One of our first recognitions that we want to recognize today is our archery team. You're very familiar that they won the national championship. They are 2008 state champions. They are the repeat state champions in 2009. And like I said, they're the 2009 national champions. In case you did not know, and if you're not familiar, to go to state competition, you simply just sign up and go to state and you go down and shoot. If you win state competition, that automatically gives you a berth to the national competition. They went up to Louisville, Kentucky and shot, and they won the national competition to set the record for middle school division. Now, there were 65 teams there. All 65 of those teams had to qualify to be there. It's not an open invitation. You either had to qualify or you had to receive a specific invitation to show up. And our team went up and they won, and they did very well, extremely well. We're excited about that. Just some points there. Like I said, they were first place out of 65 teams. They worked together as a team to get that score. We had the second highest scoring female in the middle school division, Stephanie Wisnack. She scored second place out of 561 students. Nathan Owens, he won second place out of 888 male students. Outstanding job with our team. I had the opportunity to coach sports for many years, and this archery team exemplified a lot of what we try to do, what we try to teach in athletics, and they are athletes. I will assure you of that. Being an athlete can kind of be defined as a competition. You're in competition. Is it physical? Is it mental? And you have to work to do it, and they certainly do that. When we coach, we expect our students and our athletes to be committed to what they're doing. They did that. In case you didn't know, early in November, I got to school about 6:45, and there were already people in the gym. There was probably 25 kids in there shooting already at 6:30 in the morning. They started during basketball season. They practiced through basketball season and on into spring season. So their sport lasted 2 full seasons through basketball, through baseball. During that whole time, they were dedicated. So as we coach, I always want our students and our athletes to be dedicated. Secondly, we wanted them to listen to what the coach says. That's very important, to be coachable. We have lots of students, we have lots of athletes, and there are athletes all around on Saturday afternoons that sit up in college stands that are great athletes, but were never coachable. That happens on Friday nights in high school. Great athletes, but they were never coachable. So as I look at this group to my left, I can certainly say they're great athletes, and they're extremely coachable. Because I do know that Coach Cox did tell them to change some of their forms and to shoot a little differently. And they had the choice then. They could decide were they going to listen to their coach or they were going to continue to do it their own way. And they had to listen to their coach, and it paid off with good results there. They acted with class. I had no fears at all when they left and went to Louisville, Kentucky. They didn't have to worry about how they were going to represent Asheville Middle School. When they got on the bus, I told them, win, lose, or draw, I'm extremely proud of you for your accomplishment that you've made to this point. I told them the same thing when they got on the bus to go to Birmingham. Because it's important whether we win or lose. That's why we do keep score. But these boys and girls, these athletes, they train well, they work hard, they listen to their coach, and they represented their school well. And then they won the national championship. That's all connected, students. You listen, you do well, you listen to those, and you dedicate yourself to a cause with the proper goals, and you will accomplish great things. I haven't had a chance to tell our archery team formally this. I've talked to them many times. I'm very proud of you. I thank you for your accomplishment. I thank you for what you did to Asheville Middle School, for Asheville Middle School, for the city of Asheville, for the county of St. Clair County, and certainly for the state of Alabama. So thank you for your accomplishments. Coach Cox, I thank you as well. You are a dedicated man. You're dedicated to your job. You're dedicated to your profession. You're a family man. I have no doubt, I have no fears with my own son learning under you. I appreciate that. Your character has been exemplified. You're a true man of God, and I thank you for your standing. I appreciate it. Team is certainly my pleasure and my appreciate what you've done for us. So at this time, we'll proceed with our ceremony. I'd like to give the mic to Mr. Robert McKay, our Mayor of Ashland.
All right, in a few moments, I've got some presentations I want to make of each and every one of the team, the principal, and the coach. At this time, and when that comes around, I want Randy Thompson and Bertha Wilson to help me address that presentation. While Dennis takes pictures. All right, I got some notes, usually I didn't practice a speech or anything this morning. I sat down in the office 10 minutes before I came here, and I just thought of a few things I wanted to say about Asheville. I was born and raised here, I'm 56 years old, and I started first grade. When first and second grade was together, fifth and sixth grade we had mixed classes. We got such a great school system, and I'm proud to know that we got the best school superintendent I ever remember in the history of Southern Carolina. I also like to say that I've still got a second grader, and I've got an eighth grader going ninth, and I know a lot of kids here, and I've never known of a better leadership classes. The principals here at elementary and the middle school and the high school, and all the teaching staff, it's second to none in my book. A lot of you may not know this because you're not old like me, but I want you to pull up on your internet, Howard Hill, famous archer. Just put that in your internet and see what pops up. He's buried at Asheville Cemetery. He married into the Hodge family here. He made movies out west in California. He was the one that shot apples off everybody's head back when they didn't have it up with a longbow or whatever you call it. So if you want to visit his gravesite, it's very easy to find. As soon as you turn at the cemetery, take a right. It's got the first little area on the left there, and it's got a big bow and arrow with Howard Hill's name on it. And he, like I say, he has some Asheville background because he married, settled, and died here. And it's ironic we come back and are national champions in the archery field. That's something else. That's one if you wanted to pull that up and see how famous he was, he went to Africa and shot down, like tigers and rhinoceroses and all that stuff with those. He was quite a person of his time. All right. But on behalf of the city of Asheville, the mayor, council, and employees, and all the citizens, I can't tell you how proud we are of you. We had a football team back in 92-93 season. We played 14 football games, went to Elba, and come so close to a state championship, made it to semifinals. We might have had a state track championship or this and that over the years, but can you believe we're national champions here in Asheville? Last year we finished sixth. My son was part of that team. I felt proud that we finished sixth in the nation. And of course, he didn't quite make the cut. That don't make him less of a good guy, but there's so many good archers this year that he just didn't quite make the cut. But I'm so proud. I can't imagine how you guys feel about your kids, the grandparents feel about the kids, the brothers and sisters. I know you're the proudest ones here, and you're congratulated on what you did to those children. Which one is Stephanie? I think she's slim. That's all I know. Stephanie, we know you got rooked, okay? I heard the story. She wouldn't have been the perfect. We know who the perfect shooter is in the United States, don't we? The girls are big. Oh, Nathan over there, I can't get him to go out for football, but I'm working on it. He's bigger than I am, bigger than most people on the team. He just wants to be it's okay now if he settles to archery. I want him to play football too. But Nathan, he don't want me to admit it, but he's actually related to me. He's my cousin's son. And Nathan, I am proud of you, although you ain't got football yet. He finished second nationally, like I said, out of 800-something kids shooting. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. But it's not just those two individuals. This team won #1